Welcome everyone. Today's class is going to be a quick 10 minutes Pilates style glutes and abs workout. You're not going to need any equipment aside from an exercise mat. I'll be talking you through the workout, so make sure you can see me on your screen, and we'll get started laying flat down on our back on the mat. So first up, we have some glute bridges. Lay on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the ground. Then lift your hips up into the air while squeezing your glutes at the top. Keeping this movement slow and controlled. We're going to be here for 40 seconds. So finish off with that last repetition, and then we are moving on to a tabletop crunch. Lift your legs up to a tabletop position, keep those elbows wide, and perform a crunch. Focus on using your abs and not your neck as you lift. You're exhaling on the crunch and then inhaling as you lower. Continue on for 35 seconds. Great job, you guys. That is time. Now we're moving on to butterfly glute bridge. Bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees fall to the sides. Then lift your hips up and down. This variation is going to target the inner thighs as well, and we will be here for 40 seconds. That last repetition, then we'll move into some butterfly crunches. So with the same leg position as before, but you're performing a crunch. This exercise is going to target your abs, but have an emphasis on your obliques. Keep going for 35 seconds. Alrighty, so we're all finished with those crunches. Now we're going to switch into some single leg glute bridges on the left side. Extend your right leg in the air and then lift your hips up and down. This is going to increase the challenge of your glutes and then work into that core stability. We'll repeat this for 30 seconds. The 30 seconds is up. Now we are going to switch to the right side. So just repeat that single leg glute bridge on the right side, keeping your movement controlled and your core engaged. We're going to be here for 30 seconds. Alright, let that leg drop and we are moving into some heel taps. So knees bent and you're alternating, reaching for each heel side to side. This is a fantastic exercise for your obliques. We're going to keep going for 30 seconds. that concludes the heel taps. Now we'll move on to our final exercise of the bridge series. You're just going to raise those hips in the air and hold a glute bridge for 35 seconds. Awesome job, everyone. Lower those hips with control, and then we'll move on to working our outer glutes. So you're going to come into a left side plank, making sure your body is in a straight line. Raise your hips up in the air, and then we're going to do some right side leg lifts. So make sure your toes are pointing towards the ground for better glute med engagement. We'll repeat this for 30 seconds. Finish your last repetition, and then we're just going to switch over to the right side. So you're coming up to a right side plank while raising your left leg in the air, and then we're going to repeat this for 30 seconds. And that is time. Now we'll move on to some bird dogs. So come to your all fours, making sure those shoulders are stacked over your wrists, then extend the opposite arm and leg, and then switch. This is going to work to improve your balance and core strength. Let's repeat for 40 seconds. Finish that last rep, and then we're going to move straight into fire hydrants on the left side. So lift your leg out to the side while keeping your hips stable. Repeat for 30 seconds. Great job. Now staying in this tabletop position, extending your leg out and then raising it up and down off the ground. Make sure you don't kick your leg too far up. We want to keep tension in the glutes through the entire exercise. Keep going for 30 seconds. All finished with that exercise. Now we're just going to repeat that sequence on the other side. So we're starting with fire hydrants on the right side, keeping those movements controlled and your core tight. Let's repeat for 30 seconds. Now finish off with those fire hydrants, extend the leg back, and you're going to move into the leg lifts on the right side, keeping control and repeating for 30 seconds. Now it's time for our final exercise, the plank body saw. So come to a plank position and then rock your body forward and back. This is the final 30 seconds. That's 3, 2, 1, and you are all finished. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you in the next workout.